Hello! Today I'm going to use the Camille Rose Curl Maker and the Xtreme Hair Gel, the Pro, that blue one. For the product application, I just quickly want to share what steps I took before I applied the product. I started by washing my hair, use the ORS neutralizing shampoo as my clarifying shampoo, and as usual I use my sulfur soap to clean my scalp, and then a conditioner from my local supermarket. If you're not in Denmark, you can use the Aussie Moisture Minute Miracle, and then rinse. And then you're going to use your vinegar to rinse whatever leftover there is in your scalp, so you have really clean scalp and it can last many days if you want. So I'm out the shower now. I've done washing my hair and now I'm going to put the products in my hair. And as I mentioned, I'm going to use the Camille Rose Curl Maker and the Xtreme Hair Pro Expert Extreme Hair Gel. Since my hair is not dry but it's not soaking wet as I like it to be when I'm doing a gel wash and go, I'm going to use my continuous spray bottle container, and I'm going to use bottled water because it makes your scalp and hair feel so much cleaner and also less prone to be itchy, and your hair also feels softer. Just a little bit. The rest of it I'll probably use for when I rinse my hair after I've used the vinegar, the next time I wash my hair. So I have 12 minutes before the food I put in the oven is done. So I have what into 4? About 3 minutes per section. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but I'm going to do my best. It still feels fairly wet, but I'm going to make it a little bit more wet. I don't know if you can see that. The reason why it's called continuous spray. I'm going to apply Camille Rose first as my base gel. Make sure that I coat as much as I can coat. It smells nice. It smells almost like comforting. I don't know how to describe. I wonder if it has like gingery almost. Like it could be a cookie flavor or maybe a piece of candy. And also what I like about the Camille Rose Curl Maker is that it makes my hair feel soft when I apply it. You can see I have my 4C hairs. I hope you can see that, and my 4B hair, my multi-texture. Remember to give those little curlies in the back some love also. Did you see that? It's like magic, isn't it? It made it stretch quite a bit. So I'm going to apply the Camille Rose first all over, and then I'm going to apply the Xtreme Hair Gel second. Looks white. I'm going to apply more water so it doesn't end up just staying on top of my hair. I'm not being super thorough right now because I'm going to do a second pass with the Xtreme Hair Gel, so you don't see me want to get it all over, but you don't need to start like shingling and making smaller sections yet. I'm doing this because I want to save a little bit of time so I don't have to do all the small sections all over twice, if that makes sense. It gives me quite a bit of stretch, so I wonder if you have looser texture, if you might be able to manage just with this without anything else. Since I'm trying to make my hair last maybe 3 days, I've tried it before. I know it can last at least 6 days without washing, but I'm trying to make it last a few days. Then I'm going to put the gel also, but maybe perhaps I should try with this one alone and see how a wash and go with the curl maker alone would look. That could be interesting. So I'm moving quickly, as you can see, and you know, it is possible to do a wash and go that is quick also with gel, if you're willing also to maybe accept that it will not be as defined as if you take maybe a lot of time making very small sections. If you have a really good gel and you make very small sections, you might get really defined look, especially if your hair is like 4B and you have been taking care of your curls. You'll get a really nice defined curlies, the small ones. My hair is mainly 4B, and especially all the way until maybe half of it, maybe even more than half, and then the part from here about this part and down, that's my 4C hair. 4B, my 4B hair is kind of more like a really tight wave, so it doesn't get the, at least I've not taken the time to get that real good definition, but I would imagine it to be possible. So I'm almost more than halfway applying the Camille Rose Curl Maker. It smells so fresh. I wish you could smell it. Let me check the time. I still have 4 minutes. So that's the time I'm going to use to put the extreme hair gel in my hair. You know what? I should maybe go into the shower and do the shake. You know, like the Anthony Dickey shake to separate the curls. You know what I'm talking about. Do you know the Anthony Dickey method? He's actually, watching him was what inspired me to start doing wash and goes and open my eyes to that us with the kinkier, coilier hair can do wash and goes, and that we can wash our hair every day, or at least wet it every day. And that has been life changing for me, because I don't worry anymore about my hair. If it's sweaty, if it's dirty, I wash it. Now my new concern is the price of the hair products, because since my hair has gotten so long, I use up hair products much quicker. It's been a bit of a discovery process trying to find more economical hair product. I am going to show you what it looks like so far just with the Camille Rose. And I'm going to put on the extreme hair gel now, the blue one. There's a spot I missed. Now I'm going to put on the extreme hair gel. So I started applying some small amounts and small sections. But after looking at the time, then I started to do bigger sections and larger amounts of gel. I'm trying to distribute it since I'm not making the smallest sections. And you see it stretch my hair a lot. And if you have the patience and time to make it in smaller sections, you'll get a lot of definition with this gel. Make sure that you don't just leave it on top of your hair, otherwise you'll have blue clumps. Spread it as much as you can. The alarm for my dinner in the oven has rang, so I better check on the food now. So what I'm going to do is just put a little more in this little piece. And I'm going to put my hair in like 2 space buns, like Princess Leia. And I'll dry it after we have had dinner. Yeah. And when you're pulling your hair, don't pull too tight, especially if you have fine hair like me. You should not rip your hair out. It's not be that tight. It's just to keep it out of the way while you're eating or while you're doing something else. I'm going to use a claw clip. Another claw clip. Look at that. I missed a spot, but it's so cute. Look at that. Can you see that? I'll see you later. So it's been maybe an hour or so. We ended up watching a program on TV called, I forgot the name, but it's like a dating show where people date in a truck. It's a little bit funny. It's like a trucker version of Love is Blind. Anyway, let's take these down. It's not moving. Okay, let's take them down. I might need a mirror for this. On the other side. So after shaking for a while, this is what it's looking like, and continue to shake, not too much because I don't think it's going to be dry, but I'm going to bed. It's 21:11, like 9:11 p.m. right now. So I doubt it's going to get dry. I might use the dryer a little bit and then put it up in a pineapple so that I don't have to sleep on my sticky hair. And then we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. I'm just doing a half circle. Good morning. So this is the day after my wash and go with Camille Rose Curl Maker and the Xtreme Gel Pro, the blue one. So I've slept in a ponytail, not a ponytail, a pineapple, and I'm going to take that down now. This is a buff, hair buff. See if I can find a link for it in Amazon to share with you. And a satin scrunchie. Be careful when you take it out so you don't rip your hair out accidentally. And now you shake gently. I say gently because yesterday when I was trying to separate my curls, I was shaking my head so intensely I got dizzy, and was dizzy for quite a bit. She's starting to take a little shape, but it's going to need help. And it's still not completely dry. Just continue pulling on it until you are satisfied. If you want to see me doing this without speeding up, I have a video I can put up here. Otherwise, see, starting to come down on its own. I think if I was to shake my head a little bit more, it would help, but I'm already starting to get dizzy, so I'll use my hands. I'm going to use the blow dryer a little because it's still it's still not dry. And when you mix the Camille Rose Curl Maker with this Pro Gel, the blue one especially, you have this tackiness. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit tackiness on your hair. And if you dry it completely, that tackiness would disappear, but it needs to be really dry. So I'll use my dryer. So I had to turn off my ring light so I could plug my blow dryer. I hope you can still see me. You could also use a drying bonnet. Then that way you don't have to hold it. I actually show you how to do it. So for this you need a blow dryer, a concentration attachment, and a bonnet. It has like an elastic here that you put over your concentration attachment, and this one is old, so I'll put a scrunchie so it doesn't fall off. The elastic is very old. I think I've had this for more than 10 years. So the elastic is not as strong as it used to be. There. And then this one you put on your head. The only thing with this is it might make your hair, if you want volume, it might make your hair a little bit more flat though. But if you want it to look longer, then this might help a little bit. And this I will normally do when I'm tired and I just want to dry my hair, like sitting down or in bed. Then this is perfect. It also means I use this the majority of the time. Oh yeah, and then there's like a little button here to tighten it so it doesn't blow away when you turn on the blow dryer. And that's it. And then you can turn it on. And it gets hot. It gets really hot, so I use it either in the medium heat or no heat. Another thing I thought about is that make sure that this one is not twist it out, otherwise the air is not coming in. And there was one more thing. Oh yeah, and to pull it as far down as you can, because whatever is outside of it is not going to get dry without disrupting whatever hairstyle you're trying to achieve too much. Now I'm done blow drying my hair, and I'm going to take this off. So your your hair is going to look a little bit flat, but you can play with it. And it feels quite dry actually. It was only about 5-10 minutes. It has of course been drying overnight. I'll continue to play with it, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I fluffed it. So I just want to share what my hair looks like now that I have fluffed it a little bit. I've not fluffed it too much because I see that there's areas where I could have put a little more product that have a little bit less definition. And today I'm going for a little bit definition, so I don't want to fluff it so much that it disappears. But you can see the difference now that my hair has gel in it compared to, for example, my previous video with mousse, that there's much more definition. But there's also more areas that look thinner. Hi again, this is my result. I put on a little bit of makeup and lipstick, as you can see, and this is how my hair looks. It's mainly dry now. Let me show you the back. Do you like mousse washing gels? Do you like gel washing gels? Do you use one product? Let me know. Make sure. YouTube is about to suggest another video of your interest right here. Make sure to watch.